in a while.
He is the OG Pretty Fox, aka Bumpy Knuckles.
Know you heard of niggas who pop like a bump. I give them a squeeze, nigga, you not like the bump for show. I can spit a boiler, make a bee, I'm pretty hot. Take every key up out your town, I got your city locked. I floss till money rock and shoot at niggas making moves.
I didn't want to just be able to say, okay, I gotta come in somebody's studio and sit down and wait for them to play the beat that I like. One of the things I never did when it came down to doing records with anybody, from KRS-One, Heal Yourself project, to the Sex and Violence album, to 1993 with Naughty by Nature, you know, to the Gangstar project, MOP, work with MOP, OC, you know, all these albums that I've been on. And one thing I've never done is say, can you give me another beat around that? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, when they play the beat is what it is. You know, I treat everything in the studio like I'm on stage. You don't get do-overs on stage. You can't stop and say, you know, I come from the backyard battle era. You know what I mean? The dudes that lined up around the gate in the backyard waiting to get on the mic, and there's a coffin there with crates holding it up on somebody's grass, and then you gotta, you know, it's a party. You know what I'm saying? And I come from that era, so it's like, it ain't about doing it over and finding the right beat in somebody else's space. That's his album, that's the beat he wants. I gotta make sure that I show them that I'm able to rock that, you know, rock that joint. You know, that's what, to me, in my head, that's what Joe would have did, that's what Kaz would have did, that's what Melly Mel would have did, that's what Mo D would have did. Anybody gonna sit around and say, yo, man, you know,
throwing another
can you give me something else?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't really go with that. I think, you know, and that, I mean, that's their prerogative, it's just not mine. You know what I mean? I don't come from that, so I always try to represent what, you know, and what era that I really respected. And I mean, you know, when you talk about cats that will walk into a place and just jump on whatever the beat was, if it skipped, if the DJ skipped the beat, if the beat skipped, and they just figured out how to, you know, parlay through that, jump right through it some kind of way. The one moment I remember with, you know, with Fearless was that, you know, when I heard that, and I would hear that record come on, Mr. Magic would come on, and he would play, you know, and I hear that, and I'm like, oh man, I want to do this, you know what I mean? So it's an honor, man, that, you know, on June 22nd, I'm going to be honored by one of my favorite groups, man, Team Fearless, and it's a great thing to be able to have people recognize what I've done, because I never really did it for that purpose. I only did it for the fans, and I did it because I think what I do is art. I believe what I do is art, you know, and I studied Fearless and a whole bunch of other MCs from that first generation hip-hop. You know, for me to stand up and have to be able to talk to my forefathers and my teachers about hip-hop, and I don't mean to make nobody sound old. I ain't talking old. I'm talking gems. You know, the gems, man. I bet you there's a lot of horn players that wish they could talk to Dizzy Gillespie right now. A lot of sax, you know, trumpet players that wish they could talk to Miles Davis and, you know, guys like that in the house. And I'm one of the honorees, you know, for Team Fearless, and I'm honored, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm humbled and totally honored, man. You have no idea. I'll be there. I'll be there.